Oh, well, you know what? I love that song makes me feel like I can do anything.
Yeah.
And speaking about doing anything, what does strengthening infrastructure, public safety, revitalizing downtown, gosh, list goes on, improving lives for generations have in common? Mayor Seth Smith. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you,
Good. Good to see you.
It's good to be here.
I
Man.
know.
It's good to be here. Last day of the year. It's beautiful outside.
Yeah. Oh man, you can't
Good
beat
ending.
that.
Good ending to a good year.
Well, you know what? You're not one to toot your own horn, you know. But I really want to bring you in. You know, people get to talk to you, and it's just wonderful, man, to have you come in. You know, and tell us what's going on. Of course, there's more people coming in too, and we're actually hearing the echo from our show from this cool TV.
All right.
Right here on the corner. And so, anyway, we'll turn the volume down in the corner there. But all that to say is, it's wonderful, man, that you're in the studio, that you're in front of the people. When I came back, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm hearing about this young mayor. He's making things happen. He's a veteran. Think the world of our veterans, our nation's finest.
Yeah.
And then, but 8 years, man.
Yeah, I start year 8 as mayor tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, year eight. So it's weird because you think about it, and it seems like a lifetime ago, but it also seems like it was just yesterday. So
oh man,
you throw the pandemic in there and all that good stuff.
Oh so, yeah. Oh, well, we could talk for days about that.
Yeah, but forget that noise.
No, forget
it's
that
over
noise.
With.
It's just noise.
That's it.
Well, you know, it's time for positive media.
I love positive.
Yeah, and you know my friend Cole Stanley, the mayor of Amarillo, Texas.
I do not, but I've heard you talk about
well,
it.
You're going to meet him too.
Heck
because
yeah.
you guys remind me of each other. You know, he cares about his community. He loves the people. He's very innovative. And my gosh, the things that are happening in Mena and coming to Mena. Man, Seth, I would just love for you to touch on some of these things because if people don't know, they don't know. I've heard so many good things about you, but what would you say to the viewers?
People.
Well.
So yeah, Mena's great. You know, I came in. I just had a department head meeting with all of my department heads to pass out some information and go along with some information we needed pushed out. I don't like meetings; they're productivity killers, and that's how all my employees feel. I think. Anyway, so you know, it's like I told them talking about social media and all that. You know. One of the great things that I'm fortunate with on my employees is we don't have a social media policy.
Ah, whoa, okay.
And it's because of them. They're responsible. You know, because anytime a policy goes in place, there's a reason for it.
Right.
And you know, we don't have that. And I was bragging to them about it. You know, and then when I go to the council and say, hey, you know, I'm asking for a raise this year for our people.
Right.
It makes it a lot easier to do that. So we got them a raise this year. All non-elected officials got a raise. So
wow.
And it's good, you know. We're investing in our people, and it's awesome.
Well, investing in the right things too.
Yeah,
you know, the police and fire department as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know if you remember where they were at. So when I took over, they were in a little annex building there, right outside the courthouse. I want to say it was like 1,500 square feet.
Right.
So anyway, we had the opportunity to buy a building catty corner from the courthouse,
right? And
we increased their footprint. Oh gosh, I think it's 5,700 square feet.
Wow.
Got it remodeled. It's excellent, and I'm trying to do that with everything that I get my hands in. Is I want it to be a long-term fix.
Right.
Man, it's something we're not going to have to mess with the rest of the time that I'm in office.
Right.
And that's the way I want. You know, like with the restrooms. Anyway, going back to the PD, you know, we buy them 2 new units every year, and they're to the tune of about $57,000. 57 to 62,000 a piece, which we get the state bid price. But then when you're talking all the equipment that goes in there, the cages, the lights, the sirens, the gun locks, the computers, the printers, it's a lot. But you know, we're fortunate to where our tax revenue is so good that we get them 2 new units every single year.
Wow.
And we've just invested heavily in the town. You know, was it last year or a year before? Last year, we bought a fire truck, brand new fire truck, $926,000. We wrote a check for it. Which I say all that to say our tax revenue is very strong, and I think there's multiple towns, not only in Arkansas, but but across the United States that would love to be in that position to where we can just go write a $926,000 check for a new fire truck. And yes, it's outrageous, but it helps our citizens because it keeps our ISO rating down, which is what insurance rates are based off of. So, every 7 years we get a new fire truck. So if you go look at our fleet, it's outstanding because our guys take care of all our guys and gals. We do have females on the fire department. They take care of our stuff. And it's easy to invest and spend money when people take care of the things that we have. So.
Well, and that means a lot and increases morale.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Reduces turnover.
A happy employee is a productive employee.
There you go. You go. And of course, our first responders. You
got to have them.
You got to have them. Got to invest in them.
Yes.
And people notice the difference. They really do. But not only do you have strong local roots, but you have such a big vision. You're involved in committees outside statewide level too.
Yes.
Because we quoted Wayne Gretzky last night, the master of the pass. What makes you the master of the pass? He said, I don't go to where the puck is going to be. I don't know. I don't go to where it is. I go to where it's going to be. And man, you got the end in sight. You really, really do.
I think.
Well, I won't tell you if you don't.
Well, I'll let you know how that goes.
Well, you know what? You have a vision for downtown as well.
Yeah.
And that's so needed, and it's been needed.
Well, and we're getting the business owners involved. We're getting the community involved. It's just like with the bike trails. This is a 6-year process. And, we had the open houses. We had the comment periods. Same way with all of this. And we're finalizing the plan where we can flush it out and show everybody and, get the council involved because it hadn't been time for them to get involved yet. And, we're doing all of our legwork right now and then present it to them and we'll get it adopted and then we'll start looking for funding and grants and go from there. So,
well, what excites me always is, going back to the story and how did you begin this process? I'm so happy that you did, but tell us about your journey leading up to being mayor.
Man, that's it's bizarre. Born and raised in Mena. Well, I was born in DeQueen because that's where my mom's doctor was. So I was a resident of DeQueen for 2 or 3 days, and then once we got out of the hospital, we come back to Mena. So I remember it well. Went to school in Mena my whole life. Graduated in 2002. So what was really bizarre is I had some friends that had joined the National Guard.
Right.
And they're talking about going to Camp Robinson and Fort Chaffee and shooting guns and machine guns and throwing grenades. And I was like, man, I could do that.
I could do that.
That sounds like fun. So anyway, and of course my grandfather, he was in World War II, had an uncle that was in Vietnam and, later on Iraq, but not at that time. So anyway, I'm kind of mulling it around and thinking about it. And then 9/11 happened and it made me mad.
Yeah.
It pissed me off.
Yeah.
Can I say that on here?
Yeah, well,
okay.
you just did. It's okay. Hey, it's real. It's
real
real live, people. It's real live.
It made me so mad. So anyway, I was 17 at the time. I had to have my parents' consent. And they really didn't want to go on board with it. I'm like, well, here's the deal. I'm going to sign up when I'm 18 anyway, which is in August, but so it's going to happen one way or the other. So anyway, Mom and Dad signed. I joined in January of 2002. Graduated high school, went to basic. And I'll never forget, so we were out at the American Legion. My grandfather was getting all of his awards that he didn't get from World War II. So we're out there, and actually the congressman at the time, state rep at the time, I believe it was, I think he was the state rep, Mike Ross, came down and presented him with all of his medals. Silver Star, Bronze Star, and multiple, the World War II medal, all that stuff. So anyways, the local guard unit was there because they were, I think even the adjutant general was there.
The adjutant general?
I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's a long time ago.
Wow. We're going back.
Yeah. So anyway, we get called. My readiness NCO, Sergeant Cummins, he said, hey, we just got put on alert to go to Iraq. And I was like, okay, here we go. So anyway, and I'm getting off in the weeds here.
No.
I'll stay out of the weeds.
I love a good story.
So anyway, long story short, so that's in 2002, so we got put on alert. 03, we start train up. We go to Fort Hood, start train up for Iraq. We go to Iraq in 04 and 05. So we were right outside the green zone. Our sector was a lot of times where they would fire mortars and rockets into the green zone. So we were, seek and destroy, movement to contact. A lot of patrols. So and I've got the stats on all that. I ain't getting into that, but anyway, done that. Came back in 05.
Now, before you divert from there, what did you think, man? I mean, was it what you thought it would be?
No. It's like when that first night when we were there and the rockets and mortars start coming in. We weren't inside because, we were transitioning, doing right seat, left seat. Right. So we were sleeping in the parking lot, and, I look over at my section sergeant, and I'm like, Sergeant Miranda, what do we do? He said, roll it in the Humvee, I guess. Because there wasn't any bunkers or anything like that yet. Because we hadn't even been there a year from the invasion. So the infrastructure wasn't built. So anyway, that's what we did. And, of course, the people we were replacing move out, and we get to move in the barracks. But anyway, so we get back in 05. Really didn't know what I was going to do with my life. So I was approached by a couple of deputies then. They're like, hey, won't you be a reserve? Come be a reserve with us and ride around. I was like, I don't know. So anyway, fast forward, I rode with them, and it got in my blood. So so I got on as reserve. I went through reserve training. And I had been on the fire department. I joined the Mena Fire Department, I believe it was in 03. Anyway, been on there since. So I'm doing reserve with the sheriff's office, kind of don't know what I'm doing with my life. We went to Hurricane Katrina with the Guard in August.
Wow.
Went down there, we we went to Little Rock, got on C-130s, went down close to right outside of New Orleans, then we got on Chinooks, and they lowered us in, backed us up right up to the Superdome, so we were down in that area for a while. Let's see, what happened after that? Come back from that, and then I go to the Fire Academy. I go to rookie school. So I'm firefighter 1 and 2, internationally certified, because they have international certification down there, which is bizarre. It was bizarre to me at the time, but it made sense. There was some Canadians that would come down and they get their training at the Arkansas Fire Academy.
Oh, wow.
Because it's internationally certified.
Well, and they had to come to the best country.
Eh?
I mean, come on.
Eh? No, they were really cool guys, and talking with them. But their wait, the way I understood it, their wait time was so far. In Canada, they had to, it was easier and quicker for them to come down here, get certified, and then go back up there and get a job, because obviously you can get a job faster if it's certified.
Right.
So done the Fire Academy, and then we went to Operation Jumpstart in New Mexico, and we helped the Border Patrol catch illegal immigrants coming across the border. Done that for, I don't remember how long that was. Well, then we got put on alert to go back to Iraq. So start training up in 2007, go back to Iraq in 2008. And 2008 was a lot cooler. So since we were in a turd hole the first time, our reward, I guess you could say, was, we're going to give y'all an easier job this time. So we done VIP security. So foreign dignitaries, generals, USO. So we done security for Toby Keith.
Oh, wow.
Aaron Tippin, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders came over. OCU Manure, who was a lineman for the New York Giants. Drew Brees. Lots of cool. I've got all the pictures. It was really cool. So.
Oh my gosh.
We're just rolling around in up-armored Suburbans and SUVs and flying everywhere. So
I can see why you love it.
Vacation, maybe.
Did you get to wear your gun outside?
Oh yeah, we did, but we didn't even fire shots that round or that tour. So
not that round.
It was good. It was good. No shots fired. So anyway, I get back from that, and once again, here we are. I don't have a clue what I'm going to do with my life. I think I'm 24 at the time.
But at least you're doing some really significant things.
Yeah.
Between not knowing what you're going to do with your life. I mean, we go. There's seasons and everything, and we're getting older. Of course, you're still a young buck, but but you know what though? Living a life of contribution. That's the thing that you've had in common though so far.
Yeah, and I think it's servant's heart, and I think that's really what got me into the mayor. So, anyway. So we get back from Iraq in 2008. It was right before Christmas, and my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, she's like, what are you going to do? I was like, that's a great question. I don't have a clue. She said, Go to school, Fort Smith, use your GI Bill. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll do that. But you got to help me because I'm not a school guy. So anyway, I go to school at UFAS, University of Arkansas Fort Smith, and it was really cool. So an opportunity came up there. I done an internship with the U.S. Marshal Service.
Oh wow.
An academic internship. So I got to go up there and hang out with them. Met some really great guys and gals, and we done that. So it was really cool. So since I was a reserve for the sheriff's office here, I got to do armed guard for them, which would be just transporting prisoners, which was great because I mean at the time I think they were paying like $25 an hour.
Yeah.
And I was a broke college kid. And I'm like, yeah, I'll $25
Hey,
an hour.
that's some
I'll
good
do
cheddar
it.
for a college kid.
Yeah, heck yeah. So anyway, my claim to fame on that is what we would do is haul the prisoners from the facilities where the marshals had contracted out to hold their prisoners. We would take them over to Oklahoma City to the FTC, the Federal Transfer Center, and then they'd get on the planes, Con Air, and then fly them out to the prisons all over the country. So my claim to fame on that is I got to haul Tony Alamo to the Federal Transfer Center. You remember him?
I've heard the name, but I won't pretend to know about him.
I didn't really know a whole lot about him.
Tony Alamo.
He was like he was a preacher. He had a place in Fort Smith, Texarkana, I think. Like bedazzled boots or something. He sold these bedazzled boots and jackets. And anyway, Google it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what I'm talking about.
Now he knows he's creepy, bedazzled.
Yeah, I don't even remember what his charges were, but he was famous.
He was famous
at one point in his life.
For the wrong reasons, but
exactly. So anyway, yeah, that was cool. I got to do the U.S. Marshal Service, and that was fun. And it was funny. So as I was transitioning and my internship was up, is when the sheriff here at the time, Mike Oglesby, had got appointed by the president to be the U.S. Marshal up there. So I barely missed him. But, of course, Mike, he's been a lifelong family friend of ours ever since way before I was even thought about. So, anyway, so we're going to college. My wife graduates. She's working at a school up there. She's a teacher. And anyway, she got a job offer for Mena. So here we are. We moved back to Mena. So
wow.
Come back. Don't know what I'm going to do. Once again.
Well, you fly off and do these great things, and hey, what's next?
Yeah.
You know what? Some would say that's a restless spirit. Some would say that's a person on a journey. I mean,
it's been a journey. That's a great word.
Well,
yeah.
what you're doing for the people of Mena, okay, for generations now. Mm-hmm. I mean, the things you're involved in are going to impact generations.
Yes.
Long beyond us.
Yeah.
But also in the way you honor veterans, how you feel about our officers and fire. You've been in those places.
Yes.
And it's important for people to know that you've been in those places.
Well, it makes it easier going on the mayor's job. It makes it easier when the chief will come and say, "Hey, we need this, we need that," which I'm very involved with everything that they're doing.
Yeah, you are.
It makes it easy because I know, and I know the reasons why they want it. Like, they don't have to sit there and explain to me this and that. It's like, yeah, I got you. I understand why. I've been there, done that. So.
And you know what, though? A leader touches the heart before he asks for a hand. That sounds sweet. However, because they know you've been there, they trust you more.
Well, and I'm not going to have them do anything.
Yeah. He's been one of us. He knows where we're at.
Well, and I'm not going to have them do anything that I'm not willing to do myself or I hadn't already done.
There you go. That's the key.
I'm just, lead by example. So, anyway.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So we moved back here. I go to work for Womble, James. He's a good friend of mine.
Right.
When he had the store, and I'm going to school and doing that. Well, then an opening come up at the sheriff's office. So I go to work at the sheriff's office. I was on night shift. Loved it. Man, it's one of those things that gets in your blood. It's either for you or it's not. Excuse me. So I do that for a little over 6 years. Became night shift supervisor, canine handler. That was fun.
Wow. A canine handler?
Yeah. Just not a tag. Drug dog.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lab.
But it's still a canine. Those dogs can be intense. I hear they're the sweetest dogs in the world.
Most loved cop in Polk County was my partner.
Did she or was it he or she?
He.
Did he have his own Facebook page?
No, that was before. Hey, look, there's the chief right now.
Hey, all right. Hey,
the fire chief.
There's something for you to drink there, man.
Oh, sweet.
From Honey and Pearls.
Oh, what is it?
The premier place to... is that a Lotus? Is this what...
It's a Lotus Margarita.
It's a what?
Lotus Margarita.
a loaded margarita. That's Lady Rebecca Warren. Zero proof.
Zero proof.
So hey, there you go.
Like the water boy, Scotch and water, hold the Scotch.
Yeah.
I'm showing my age now.
Oh,
Look at that. Isn't that brushstroke sweet?
Woo! Look at that. I love being on this corner. Of course, this is the Arkansas Traveler, and a very informative, Mena Street Live today.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
That's.
Come on now, brother.
I mean, it's pretty good, but I think you can do better. So I'll be back. How about that?
He'll be back. well, you know what, Timothy, Rebecca Moore, the innovators, they're like you are. They love the community. They want to
absolutely
build this area, and very beloved people. We get to do a whole show on them. I'm kind of partial, but it's exciting to me though, because when I first discovered Honey and Pearls, and then Snack-O-Mat.
I love it.
Inside the Mena Laundry across from Walmart. Dude, protein shakes and eats. Because you ever been in college and you're doing laundry and there's crummy food, man, in the vending machines?
Oh, no, I was so old I didn't live on it. I couldn't. Being like 24 and overseas twice.
What I would have given to have a Snack-O-Mat, where I was going to college.
Yeah, because I hear my niece talk about it. She's at the university and she always complains about those. What's the word I'm looking for here? Those things, whatever.
Those things,
for lack of better words.
Yeah.
When she's got to do her laundry and all that, it's very boring. So.
Well, you know what? It's nice TV's in there. It's the cleanest. Tom of Little Italy, dear friend, thinks the world of you as well.
Oh, he really
does.
His steaks are.
Tom goes there. He said it's the cleanest laundromat I've ever seen.
Huh?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, he posted a picture of it on Little Italy. 3,000 likes, over 3,000.
Wow.
And this is 5,500 people here.
Yeah.
The average Mena Street Live is starting to be like just under 3,000 views.
Oh, wow.
And then we just love this, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I'm excited. But all that to say is like minds coming together, doing great things for the community.
Yeah.
And, man, there are things that are coming that most people don't even know.
Yeah. There's a lot coming.
Increased tourism and all that. You want to touch on some of that?
Yeah, let me finish my background.
Please do.
So anyway, I do the sheriff's office. So then my son comes along. Owen, he's awesome. He's a dandy.
He is, Owen.
Yeah, he's a dandy.
Sharp young man. He
Anyway,
can already drive, a tractor or something.
everything except the tractor.
Really? Okay.
We went and got some wood the other day from someone's house, and anyway, they had their own personal backhoe there, and so we go and we dump the wood and we come back to get more, and I see the guy there and I see his backhoe going, and I was like, uh-oh, this ain't good. And I was like, what's wrong with your backhoe? He said, oh, Owen's driving it. All right, whatever.
Hey,
so
you know what about Owen? Hope you don't mind. That young man, we live in an age right now. I was an at-risk kid, and I've done a lot with at-risk kids through the years. We're going to do some mentoring programs with Rich Mountain Media, all that kind of cool stuff, that we want to promote. Everything that you're doing so many great things. And it's not often that you see such a young man take the initiative in how they handle people, being a gentleman. The luncheon the other day, the Lions Club, man, the guy starts getting them helping, and he's just such a sharp young man. I got to say, Seth,
he wants to work.
But you know what though? That's not by osmosis. That's by being a father.
Yeah,
good parents
and a good mom too.
Well, of course,
good dad, better mom.
Working together. But you know what? Really, isn't that really what we're doing? The other day I was talking about the Roman roads, and man, they were built to outlast the builder. Well, your vision, as we continue in your story, I love it. I love investing in things that will outlast me, because it's not about us.
Yeah.
But this future generation and Owen's generation, I think they call it the I generation. I'm not sure. There's the Z. Idea. But you know what? I'm noticing this generation, Owen's generation, and my daughters, they are returning to more of the traditional values of America.
Yes.
Of our founding fathers.
Yes.
And that's very, very, very exciting. So back to Owen. So he's driving the backhoe.
Yeah, he drives a truck, skid steer. We've got a little skid steer. Yeah. Anyway, he's anything. He's a gearhead. Anyway, so he was born, and he had some medical complications, and I needed to be at home with him, so I left the sheriff's office, and I was the grave digger. So
Now that was a new detail I didn't know about you.
yeah,
It's kind of a dead job, huh? Didn't say.
yeah, it was quiet. Not a whole lot of complaints. So I go from that to mayor, and it was like a whole change. But
Yeah.
no, anyway, so it was just it was a real quick deal when I left the sheriff's office because Owens, he had to have. Not getting a whole lot of detail. He had to have a major surgery when he was 8
Never
months
would have
old,
guessed.
So.
Never would have guessed.
Oh, you wouldn't know.
No,
unless
no.
you knew. I mean, he was born with a inverted pulmonary valve, and he had 2 holes in his heart. So,
Whoa.
anyway, yeah, he open heart surgery at 8 months old, and they repair one, and they put a patch on the other hole, and they fix his valve. But yeah, now he's 100%. So.
Sharp kid.
One surgery, one off surgery. So, but he still has to go and do his things. His heart checkup. He'll be a heart patient the rest of his life. But like I said, you'd never know by looking at him.
Huh.
So, anyway, that allowed me the flexibility to be in Little Rock because we were having to go to Little Rock so much, with the weight, and they were just watching everything. So it just allowed me to be at home with my family, and that's what they needed. So. Anyway, grave dig, and then I was approached by several people like, "Hey, Mayor, run again. You ought to run." I'm like, I don't know. I've never had aspirations of being.
You have to really love the community,
and I do.
Because so many times it's a thankless job.
It is.
There's a saying, that often leaders are not recognized until after they're gone, and then people build monuments to them. Using the same stones they once threw at him,
Exactly. Yeah.
But going into that, you must have. What convinced you to do that? Because obviously you were supposed to.
I was approached by some people and lots of people because word kind of got out that we were thinking about it.
Right.
And I put some feelers out there with some people, close friends and cohorts, and talked to my wife about it. And it's like, man, I think we got a shot. We talk about it, and then it's like, all right, we're doing it. We're pulling the trigger. So it's funny. I think it was spring break because I'd actually stopped right over there at Eric Goss's, and there was another gentleman in there. He said, "When are you announcing officially?" And I'm like, there should be something in the paper today because we dropped it off. We dropped off our paper or our announcement at the paper. I think at that time it was the Pulse. I stopped by Eric's to get something, and then we were headed to the lake for spring break. So anyway, we turn there at Pencil Bluff, and Jessica, my wife, she goes, "Oh, it's out!" And on Facebook, and it just exploded. So anyway, then we get in our campaign mode. We're campaigning, and there was 3 of us, and then made it to the runoff, and 70% of the people thought it'd be a good idea. So here we go.
Here we go. Those are good. Those are good percentages.
Yeah, we had a debate, and it's like I told at the very ending of the debate. I said I think all 3 of us bring something unique to the table.
Yeah.
If you could take each piece from all 3 of us,
right,
it would be fantastic. But unfortunately,
right.
That's not the way the system works.
Right.
That's the way it is. And I still talk to the other 2, and I feel like we have a great relationship. And one of them was actually serving on a commission of mine, but he moved out of the city, and that's one of the requirements. And I really wish I understand why he moved. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But I hated losing him on the commission. He was very, very smart, very, very well trained. But anyway, so here we go. We're in mayor mode.
You're in mayor mode, and the adventure begins.
Yeah, and it was an adventure. So anyway, long story short, we I'm surrounded by a lot of great people.
Mm-hmm.
The clerk treasurers that I've been around, past and present. The council, past and present. I have lots of good advisors and my employees, my department heads. They make my job so easy, and they make my job look easy because they're just great people. They say you surround yourself by people smarter than you, and it makes your job.
There you go.
Which is very easy for me to do.
Well, you're being modest, but I hear you, buddy.
But anyway, no, it's good. It's good. We've so I told you about the PD and the upgrades we've done there, and we actually added another position. I believe it was last year, year before.
Really?
Not because of increase in crime. We had one shift. Every shift has 3 officers on it. we had one night shift that only had 2 officers. So if someone wanted to burn vacation or sick kid
Sure,
or whatever,
sure,
you
sure.
know, or scrambling, moving everybody around, and when you get in that sequence, sleep sequence of day and night, you just get thrown off. So
Right.
it's a lot easier to have 3 people on, because if one calls in sick or needs vacation, we can cover it with 2 people.
Well, that's so smart, because people would be shocked to know that so many areas, huge areas, you got one cop on.
Yeah.
On
I mean,
shift.
there was
one officer.
There was some nights
they would have no idea.
Yeah, well, there were some nights when same thing would happen in the sheriff's office. You know, you're sitting there thinking, man, I hope we don't have a bad call in Big Fork and another bad call in Cove, because I'm going to be at one or the other. My backup's going to be at one or the other. But back then when I was working, the deputies were really, and I'm sure they still are now, I don't know. They were really good about, if you called them coming out, they were listening to the radio, and you usually never had to call. They were listening, and we're going to get out and help you. So, and that's the way the police officers are here, and the fire department. So, anyway, we invested in the PD, fire department. We bought the new fire truck. We bought a new brush truck. We had to buy the side-by-side ATV. We bought the e-bikes for rescue purposes up on the mountain, because we opened up the bike trails.
Wow.
We've done a little bit of remodel in there, but we're probably going to do a big remodel there in a year or 2 whenever we figure out what all we're going to need with what's coming. So, let's see what else. Street department. Holy cow, street department. We have invested lots in street department. So we've done. When I first came in, it wasn't in the budget, but we had the money, and I'm grateful that the council was on board with it, because, like I said, it just makes it easier. And the council's been excellent. I can't brag enough about them.
Wow.
Because it's weird to me. I'd go to a conference, the municipality conference, and I'm like, man, y'all get along great. I'm like, why wouldn't you?
It's not common.
It's not, and I didn't
It's
know
not
that.
common,
I didn't
but
know that. They're like,
no,
man, I
no.
wish it was like that here. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, why? You're working for the people. If it's for personal gain, or for you or your friend, then you don't need to be in this. It's the greater good.
Wow.
So anyway, street department, we bought. It wasn't in the budget. So it wasn't in the budget. We bought them a skid steer and an excavator. They've never had. And it just increases productivity. So then we've got 2 more dump trucks, and we bought another skid steer and a dozer. Like the dozer, we don't use it very often, but when we need it, we need it.
Yeah.
So the one we were using was
Better to have it
Yeah.
and not need it than need
the
it
one
not
we
have
were
it.
using was from 1974.
Oh,
79,
wow.
70,
Really?
the 70s.
Okay.
And we were the 3rd owner of it. So they're having to work on it for hours just to get a couple hours work out of it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. We're wasting the people's money. So anyway, we get them a bulldozer. And it's amazing that the projects they find once they have nice equipment to run.
Hey, there's a train moment brought to you by Rich Mountain Media.
CPKC. Are we good? We good now?
We're great, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm having fun, and I'm having so much fun getting to know you. But you know what, though, Seth? A lot of people, most people will watch this after the fact too. I've had 3 videos go viral. They're always,
virus.
viral. 20% more people will watch a live video even after, right?
Yeah.
But the excitement and the buzz that's already happening.
And it's good that it's a video and there's no one back there except for Rebecca, because they can't throw stuff.
Oh, and then
But she might.
There
Don't-
you go.
Please don't. I don't have very many things to throw on this table, so.
Well,
Anyway, so we add another. We get them another excavator, a bigger one where they can do more work with. Another skid steer. We got a tracked one with its 6-way dozer blade. Man, it's sweet.
Wow.
They can do all kinds of projects. So, and the thing about a skid steer, it's a lot like a Jeep. You can accessorize the fire out of them. So, this year we put in the budget, it's articulating brush hog. And we're going to reclaim a bunch of alleyways that have been grown up. That's what we're going to use for it. So we're getting 2 new dump trucks. So, we've invested a lot. So then go to the parks. We've got all of our mowers right now are less than, I think, 7 years old.
Wow. That's
So our
cool.
oldest one we're fixing to replace. We put one in the budget for this year. But it's all about productivity. If they can do it faster, we can get more projects done.
Yeah.
So, and then the parks. You know, we applied for a grant for new equipment at Jansen. We didn't get it, so we went out and bought it on our own.
Right,
we added
right.
swings, and we done the basketball court, and then we done restrooms. Like I never thought restrooms would be so popular, but then after going in them, the old one and comparing it to the new, it's and they were expensive. But here's the deal: I'm not going to have to mess with them the rest of the time I'm here.
Right.
Whether
right.
that's 1 more year or 30 more years, you never know. But yeah, those things were like $250,000 a piece.
Whoa!
So,
But hey, an investment, man.
well
Well needed.
So it's a good investment because we added one on the other side, and I'll tell you my theory on these investments. Well, I'll just say it now. You know, that's the thing. You know, I hear some people, these tourists they're not spending any money here, and well, they are. And from a municipality standpoint, it's the best business model there is. People come to you, leave their money here, and then they go home.
Yeah.
We are the ones that benefit from the money they leave here. We increase our quality of life. You know, we done the splash pads. Man, and those were expensive. And we had grant help, and the A&P helped and grant help and all that. And one of our corporate partners threw in some money, but we invested $1.08 million.
Wow.
And we pay $10,000 a month water when they're operating. And yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth every single penny to get people off the screens, get these kids out there, give them an opportunity. And I never knew until we got the splash pads how many people were traveling to DeQueen and Heavener to use their splash pad.
Hey!
Because when we unveiled it, we're like, oh, we're getting splash pads. Oh, I'm going to quit traveling. I just didn't know they were that popular. Of course, my in-laws live not far from the park and take their granddaughter, my daughter down there, and they love it. So it's a great investment. So, you know, having someone else pay to increase our quality of life, it's awesome. So,
and you got to be positioned for the future.
Absolutely.
Because the influx of all these great improvements are bringing,
yeah,
you got to already be in place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm sure there's more things that we've invested in without looking at a list. But, you know, I say all that to say we have spent millions and millions and millions increasing our quality of life. Of course, we do the overlay program every year. You know, since I've been in, we've got 2 state aid street programs. And they came in and they milled up. And they at the time it was 250, and it's increased to 300.
Right.
Now I serve on that committee at the state level. The governor appointed me to that 2 years ago, and just recently appointed me to the Governor Sanders appointed me to the local police and fire retirement systems. So very honored that you know, humbled and honored that she would do that. So got an excellent relationship with her husband, who leads the Arkansas Outdoor Initiative. So that being said, we'll back up to, I believe it was 2020. So there's a couple of people in town that are local mountain bike enthusiasts, and we have 160 acres at Ward Lake at the base of the mountain. They're like, man, you got an untapped resource. You'd make excellent mountain biking, all this and all that. Yeah. I didn't know anything about it, but I listened, and anyway, they got the A&P involved. So long story short, they go through the process, and that RFQs, master plan, here we go, whatever. Get the master plan, and I know I just don't want to take up too much of your time because I could go off in this forever.
I love this, and you know what? You got to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Come on the night show too.
Yeah.
You know, we started a minute with the mayor in Amarillo.
It's not long enough.
Well,
I need a lot longer than
it was. It was a theoretical minute, but people loved it.
Yeah.
And you know what? And Nicole is doing great. However, your team and the cohesion of your team, and the way that people are following you, and the way that you elevate your team,
strength in numbers.
Well, also in the military, you break down the individual and you bring them together as a unit. Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing without having to break anybody down, but you brought people together as a unit. And you've been able to accomplish a lot of things in a short amount of time.
It's not me. It's my team.
I know.
I'm surrounded by some great people.
Not everyone are able to lead a team, or to be able to say, you know what, I've been in your position. I feel your pain. Mm-hmm. I've been there. And that just increases confidence. But what I'm excited about what we're doing right now and more is when people know you, and they know your heart is to elevate everyone, to help everyone, help the community. Yeah. They'll follow you around the world, man.
Yeah.
And talk about a dream. You got a dream team. Is what you got.
It's funny. So I told you earlier, I don't call department head meetings often. Because we have council meeting. That's where everybody knows what's going on. But anyway, it's funny. So at the end of the meeting, we were sitting there, and I said, my chief, Tommy Stewart, I said, as Tommy Stewart says, the dream team has been assembled.
Hey!
So it's funny you say that, because I just said that. So I'll steal that from Uncle Tommy, as
Uncle
I call
Tommy,
him.
there you go, buddy.
Tommy's good. He's I'm glad he's where he's at, and me and my wife say it a lot. Thank God for Tommy Stewart. Thank God for all my employees. They're all fantastic. So
That's so wonderful.
So infrastructure, and let me get off of the mountain for a second and go back to infrastructure. And these are the non-glamorous, sexy items that people don't want to talk about.
Sure.
I mean, people want the parks and the splash
But
pads and all
vital.
that. But you gotta have water and sewer. Mm-hmm. So talking about all that, we're doing some massive upgrades at water treatment plant. They're in the thick of it right now, and about to begin lots of work at the sewer treatment plant.
Right,
so I mean, you got to have it, and nobody wants to talk about that, but it's got to be done. It's infrastructure. So we're doing that, and one of the other big infrastructure. I was really hoping to already break ground on this, but and I don't think a lot of people know this. We started the process, it's actually a year ago. Engineers fell through. I had to get more different engineers. So we're actually in the process of looking at building a new animal control shelter.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, we're to that department
Vital.
now. And we got to have it. We're always going to have loose animals and animals that are dumped. As much as I hate that, I mean, and we have the ordinances, and it's not going away. We have to have somewhere to put them. So, anyway, let's see.
Cool.
Right here. So this is what we're hoping for, and obviously the money's going to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Folks, I wish you could see this.
But
That's first class, man.
Yeah. And it's got to be done. But here's the deal. I'm going to go back to what I've been saying the whole time. It's fixed. It's done. I'm not going to have to mess with it again while we're here. So, really super excited about that. We're waiting on the final authorization from ADEQ, Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality, on some permits. We got to have special permits for the dog hair and cat hair. And their feces has to be all special permits for the septic tanks. So we're nearing the end of that, and I'm hoping that's going to get out to bid within the next 6 weeks. We'll see what happens with bids. So hopefully someone bid. We can make it happen. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
It's a bright future because I mean, how many years have you heard that? Oh, well, the young, they always leave.
Yes.
My goodness, the things that are happening and are coming. Your young person doesn't have to leave.
Exactly, and that's I want to give it an opportunity, not just for my children, but for everybody's children.
Right.
I don't want them to feel like they have to leave here to get a good job. Because I felt that way. I mean,
you want to create
jobs.
I didn't.
Yeah, we want to create jobs. And, some people will say, we need a factory. I'm not anti-factory, okay?
Right.
I understand. We need them. But for example, Nashville, when the Husqvarna plant shut down, I think there was like 700 employees. I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow, and it's hard to recover from. And thank God I wasn't the mayor. I don't remember who it was at the time, but, Alf's up here shut down, and I don't know how many jobs that was. That's a hard pill to swallow. If you have these smaller businesses that employ 5 to 30 people, if something happens and they go out of business, that's a lot easier pill to swallow, and that's something that's more recoverable than the detriment of mass employee losing their job because a factory shuts down or fire. It's something. So that's what I like. I like the smaller entrepreneurial places that are going to employ 5 to 35 or even 50.
Well, it's so important. It's so important to support local.
Absolutely.
Here, let's see. People responded. There's so many pages you can see. Mena Street Live on. Of course, Rich Mountain Media, you can see it there. You can see it on Mena Spotlight. You can see it on several different pages, and people are watching from different pages as well. I was at the bank yesterday. Oh yeah, I'm going to watch the show. And it's just so fun. But let's see. Seth is a powerhouse, and Mena is blessed to have him. Amen. That is right. Thank you so much there, Colin. And good morning, fellas. And okay, all right. Let's see.
Quiet zone.
Yeah.
There was a push.
Before you do that, Alan Garrett, thank you for your question. Ask about the initiative to get the area designated as a quiet zone for the train horn. How possible is that?
So there was a guy that approached me about it. He done excellent on all the research. I mean, he was talking to people that I couldn't even talk to.
Right.
He's just a regular citizen.
Wow,
Because I'm
wow.
like, how'd you talk to them? Because I can't even get through to them. There's I think. There's laws where it can be designated as a quiet zone. But, my first question is, if the city initiates this and we get it designated as a quiet zone, and God forbid someone gets hit by a train out there and they say the horn wasn't blowing, which I understand if there's an emergency they still have to blow it.
Sure.
But who's the blame going to fall on? So are we going to be in years and years and years of litigation? Are we going to have to pay out?
Right.
Right. We try to stay out of lawsuits because it's not good use of the people's money.
It's a good idea.
So yeah, and it's I would love to do it, but I think there's so many. I just think there's a lot of liability there.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm always open for a conversation.
Hey, here's a friend from Midland, Texas. And I guess he's in Little Rock now.
Midland.
Yeah, and
That's,
we have people watching
oil
from
country.
Amarillo, man. Canyon, Texas, West Texas.
We could be in
Oklahoma,
Amarillo
Dallas.
by morning if we.
Hey, we could if we.
She caught it.
Yeah. Hey, Brent, you gonna go trail riding? Well, you better believe I'm gonna go trail riding.
Okay, so
Now you're a fit guy, and you ride the bike.
So I got in trouble. It was like 2 years ago. My doctor, she pretty much laid down the law. And she said, you better change your ways, or you're going to start giving yourself a shot every day because you're pre-diabetic.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh my gosh!
So.
Wouldn't guess.
Well, man, diabetes scares me. Anyway, long story short, I've dropped.
I love having him on the show. Does she go?
50 or 60 pounds since like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I took it. My wife needs me. My kids need me. I got to take care of myself. And
so
I need me.
you need you.
So
hey, I need me. I don't need to be dead, right?
So anyway, I didn't change anything. I still
Ride the bike.
I ride the lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll try to find the picture while I'm still talking. This bike's so cool. So I went to a conference in. Actually, it wasn't a conference. It was the Active Transportation Academy up in Bentonville. I was like 2 or 3 years ago. Anyway, they had these rad runner bikes. So anyway, I see them and they're hauling around their kids on. I'm like, man, that thing is way cool. And they make this little caboose thing. Oh yeah, check that out. That's my drone picture of all the fire.
Oh, that's
apparatus.
so cool. Could you send that to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway.
Fire trucks. That's good.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really impressed. I didn't even know half of this. And a
Lot
of you didn't know either, did you?
Here's some lists that.
Yes.
So we went
Yeah.
to. I went to Vermont.
Uh-huh.
This is a mouthful. National Ski Area Association Downhill Mountain Bike Park Summit. Because they done a whole presentation on Mena, so I presented with Arkansas Parks and Rec Foundation.
You're serious about this, aren't you?
Yeah. It's intense. So anyway, I was looking for the picture of that bike. Anyway, it's so cool. My kid, she loves it. So I just get on there. I think I'm getting close. I got way too many pictures.
Me too, man. I mean, gosh, like 2000.
Like, I don't know who this guy is.
Hey!
But I was up getting pictures with my niece or nephew for prom.
Let me see if I can show the camera a little bit. Can you see this guy? You can.
That suit was
Look at
so
that red,
awesome.
white, and blue suit.
I think I'm going to get one.
Come on. You need to wear it around
I mean,
town.
that is... I was like, dude, I got to
Every
can I get my
time.
picture with you? Because that suit is awesome.
Every time you do the mayor moment on Mena Street Live,
Oh, yeah,
you got to wear that suit. Uncle Sam's suit.
All right, so this isn't my daughter, but here's a friend of mine. So anyway, I got in the caboose and he...
Oh, whoa.
So yeah, you ride.
Wow.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I don't think I've seen a bike
Yeah,
quite like
Cody Hughes. You know that guy?
I've heard the name.
Ooh, he's a dandy. You should have him on the show.
Well, let's do it.
He's been a long time friend. I was in Iraq with his brother. So
Wow.
Yeah, Teal, and of course his mother runs the cottages over there, Vicky. excellent person. She is. I can't say enough good things about Vicky. Well, and Russ is awesome too. Russell.
You know what, Seth? Before I knew any of this stuff, the things that I already heard about you, it made sense to me why there were people who wanted to give you an award. And being a veteran, you're already our nation's finest. But what you're doing for the city of Mena and abroad, that benefits the city of Mena and the people here, it's going to last for generations.
I hope.
And so, on behalf of Rich Mountain Media and people that love you, this very nice, heavy. Expensive 2025 Person of the Year award goes to Mayor Seth Smith of Rich Mountain Media.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You snuck in. I didn't even see you. Hey, thank y'all. That's awesome. Thank you.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Well, we actually have we have a case.
Okay.
You can carry it in because as you've noted before, it's also
this thing looks expensive.
It is. It's granite, and look at that, and the crystal.
Heck yeah!
And I tell you what, man, but well deserved, folks.
Thank you. That's awesome.
If you've been watching, you
don't
understand.
Leave me hanging. You're leaving me.
I ain't leaving you hanging, man.
Right,
All of a sudden, our camera. Hey, people are hearing what's going on, and but it's so important. It's so important.
Hey,
there you are again, my man. But it's so important as people are enjoying the audio to that. And you know what? It's always an amazing thing when you can bring great people together and do great things.
Man, I'm glad you know what you're doing. You're like
I do know what I'm doing.
Like
I do know what I'm doing.
I do not know hardly anything about technology. If I started messing with that, I'd look like Ray Charles in a Where's Waldo book. I mean, it's not good.
Well,
not good.
As people are hearing this, I'm so excited that we can get you on again.
Yeah.
And that the people have been able to watch, and that they'll continue to be able to watch.
Sweet.
Yeah. And so there we are.
All right.
We it's so bright behind us, I wasn't able to see the screen, but you got these cool little lines here. Looks like you're on a major big TV thing,
as long as it's not crosshairs. Fixing to get a Donald Trump to the ear. I don't want that.
Well, man, thank you so much for being on the show. We got to do this again.
We need to, because there's lots of other things I need to talk about, like the downtown streetscape that just got completed. We got a $3.3 million planning grant to do connectivity around town.
Whoa, my gosh. Wow.
Press release hopefully coming out later today or tomorrow. Unfortunately, and I don't like it, but it's got to be done, we're going to have to shut down the Ward Lake trails.
Right. Wow.
So we're going to shut those down January 5th till spring of 2028.
Okay.
Construction crews are rolling in.
Wow.
Next week.
That's very, very exciting.
I've got so much more information I need to share.
Well, you know what? We need to do that. And again, this beautiful award. My goodness. 2025
That's awesome.
Person of the Year, Mayor Seth Smith. I always want to get that on camera because you know what, man? I have a feeling that may not be your only one. You just keep being mayor, okay?
Just keep doing my thing.
You just keep doing your thing, brother.
Yeah, it's the people I'm surrounded around, so they make me look good.
Well, a high tide raises all ships. And you know what?
I agree.
We also have a lot of fun with our nighttime show, too, on Tuesday nights as well. And it's lit up, it's kind of cool, and people are driving by and waving. And of course, they saw that at the most recent Christmas parade as well.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was huge. Thanks to the AMP and the Chamber for doing the parade and the festival. And I think we're going to try and get some more expand on that. We've got an excellent foundation. And I think
huge success.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's funny because somebody was telling me, they're like, I was standing next to someone that lived in Fort Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
So why don't you come down here? Because it's better.
Wow.
So,
we can't beat that.
I think it could be elevated to a whole nother, fantastic festival.
I'm seeing a lot of new faces in Mena, and it's growing. A lot of kids too. I mean, I've heard people talking about, man, so many new kids too, and young families and all that. And of course, perception's reality. Their first perception is, wow, this is really cool. Which if you love it, you love it, and people here love it. But it's just exciting what's on the corner. But it's so important that people get to see you.
Yeah.
They see your heart, hear your heart, all the great things coming. You know, you got visions for special events as well, and it's going to be good, Seth.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Huge.
Please join us again.
Yeah. I got so much more I need to talk about, so I will be back because like I said, we need to talk about the grant. I mean, that's a huge grant. So it's a $3.3 million planning grant, but the caveat to that is once we get it implemented and the plan done and submitted, then we can apply for a construction grant up to $25 million, zero match, which would be, I mean, that's life changing for any municipality. For us, it's insane, and it actually includes an overpass over that railroad track. So,
whoa, what?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, what would that be like?
Fantastic, because you're not going to have to wait on the train.
Wow.
So, yeah, and then, that's the reason why we have 2 fire departments. Of course, one's unmanned and one's manned, but we have enough people that live on this side of town that can access, we've got the keypad that can access the fire department. So, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be life-changing. So, I got so much more I need to talk about. So,
you know what?
I'm coming back.
I almost want to say, let's just keep going,
It's whatever you...
Yeah,
Keep going?
You know what? Let's keep going, Seth.
Okay. So if you've been down Mena Street, you've noticed, of course, we got an RDOT TAP, transportation. All right, let me back up. Lots of acronyms. Some people don't know them. So, because you say there's a lot of new people, and I agree, there's a lot of new people. So, RDOT, Arkansas Department of Transportation, Transportation Alternative Programs. It's a grant program.
Right.
So we got that. It was right before COVID. COVID hit. Whatever. We finally got the funding. Finally got the construction guys down here. It's just a process.
Right.
Anything to do in government's a process. All the red tape. I understand why it's there, but we want to create. We want to cut red tape. We don't want to create more red tape. So it's just part of it. The wheels of government turn slow, unfortunately. Anyway, we got that, and we got the lighting updated and the decorative lamps. And man, it's so crazy. What is it? 3 blocks that we done. How much it just changed. And the lights are better. Like these, they're beautiful, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But the bulbs aren't functional. If you go down there at night, those bulbs are functional. They shine the light down. So anyway, we're looking at changing all these out to that lighting system where it shines down. I mean, because it's just, we want people to feel safe when they're walking around town. So anyway, hopefully get to do that this year. We'll just have to see how much that's going to cost because, man, it's insane. The light poles, if you look really, really close, the new ones are a little bit different than these, and we done that on purpose because we saved $100,000 by switching to these lights that are obviously better. But anyway, we're gonna fix it, hopefully, depending on the price, because we have to be a good steward of taxpayer money.
Right.
So anyway, we got that completed. It's just nice seeing completion of projects, and also I always want to have dirt turning. Always have dirt turning. Because when someone comes in, I have people pop in my office. Man, what's going on in Mena? Load up. Let's go. And I'll show them, here's what we've done. Here's what we're working on now. And here's what's next.
Wow.
So, and I always want dirt turning. So anyway, that project's complete, and that's fantastic. It's great. It's beautiful. It just enhances the downtown. It increases property values down through there. It's just great. So anyway, so the RAISE grant. Well, now it's BUILD. Administration changed, so they changed the acronyms and what they mean. But so we applied. We sent out. We done the RFQs. We got Craft and Toll. They came in. They done the grant application that was that thick.
Wow.
Anyway, so it was
those aren't easy.
No. So the first one, it was the first time we applied. It was a project of merit, which. Long story short, they're like, man, it looks really good, and it made it to the Secretary of Transportation's desk. It just didn't get funded for whatever reason. But you're going to be in the next round. So anyway, January rolls around. Hey, congratulations. You were awarded a $3.3 million planning grant for connectivity through town. So what it's going to do is where the bike park's going to be, and I need to talk about that. I need to go back to that story and tell you how that all evolved. Because it's coming. Like we're crowning right now. We are crowning. It's coming. So anyway, we got that, and it's a connectivity for the bike park to come down and snake through a little neighborhood there and end up on D Queen Street and then end at the depot.
Right.
And then from the depot, jet out from there. So include this to come down here to connect Macmillan Park, major point of interest. It's going to go down Jansen, behind Walmart.
Yeah.
Overpass is that's where we're thinking overpass. We're not going to have to get multiple agencies involved because anywhere we do it here, we're going to have to get RDOT involved.
Right.
Anyway, and not saying anything bad about any other agency, but the more agencies you get involved, just the slower the process is. So anyway, and then going between Walmart and NEDEC, and this is all a bike ped plan, bicycle and pedestrian. So then you've got your connectivity to the hospital, UARM. We're all on campus housing now, so we're connecting the kids and the students to the bike park.
Wow.
And then it's going to jet out and go across to Tapley. Don't really know how we're going to. I would love to do a tunnel under the highway, but I don't know what that's going to look like.
Sure.
I'm not an engineer.
That's
I'll leave that
wild.
to the professionals. But to have some way to safely, like if I want to get on my bike, and get on the I don't know what we're going to call it. Up Northwest Arkansas, they call it the Razorback Greenway. So get on the Mena Greenway. We'll call it the Mena Greenway for now. So get on the Greenway. I can get on my bike and I can go over there safely. I don't know what that's going to look like on that road, and a lot of it's what RDOT's going to allow.
Sure.
So of course there'll have to be flood studies and all that stuff done. But then you get your connectivity to Tapley Park. So let's back up. Morrow Street. So it's going to go down Morrow, hit Ward Creek, go along the creek to Holly, Harshman, middle school and high school. So then you've connected your major points of interest that have transportation safety barriers, that are they're dangerous. So we're going to put up safety barriers to where people can move around on their bikes. Because I want people to get out. And with the mountain, if that's going to be successful, we're going to be successful in town.
Sure.
It's a two-way street. So
I really appreciate the fact though that it's not just for commerce and growth. You're wanting kids to get outside more, to have less screen times. We were doing a startup with a company. They claimed to spend $1 million. This was 10 years ago on a study. I'm not sure if they did, but I do believe the results. About 10 years ago, that 60% of Americans were most anxious when they were not on their phones. Well, I'd dare say it's in the 90s now. And so much negative media, all. That's why we started Mena Street Live. Positive media, lifting up the community, encouraging people, strengthening people, helping build jobs,
and
but
educate.
You got to start somewhere, because we've been involved with startups to Lexus.
Wow.
Okay. Hey, look, man, no one's too small or too big to not help, but the fact that you want to get kids off of this as much, and then get them outside, in the sun, exercise. It'll change your life.
It does so much good. Because even my kids, I can see a difference when we get out and ride bikes. It's just, of course, they just want to be outside. Mm-hmm. When the weather's like it was, Monday or Tuesday, whenever it was, man, they get mad. They get real mad because they want to be outside. But anyway, so that planning grant, it's going to be great, and we're I've submitted, so I had to do some narratives and all that stuff. I've submitted that to the U.S. Department of Transportation, and I'm awaiting whatever they're going to say on that. And once they approve and give me the green light, then we'll send out the RFQs on that, and we'll start the process. So anyway,
so cool.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So bike trails, and like I said earlier, unfortunately, we're going to have to shut down the Ward Lake trails, all of them, from January 5th to spring of 28. But I also understand. You don't want to have to be worrying about people out there doing whatever, when there's big equipment there. Because I don't even know how they're going to log it yet. At one time they were talking about helicopter logging, and it's just, you don't want to put anybody in danger up there, whether it's heavy machines, helicopters, whatever it is.
Right.
So, and I believe they're going to have to use helicopters to do the lift, I think. So anyway, we're going to shut that down. But getting back to that, so it's funny. We were approached by the guys in the A&P at an A&P meeting. Untapped resource. We had 160 acres. So Ward Lake used to be the municipal water supply for the city of Mena until they moved out to Irons Fork. So I told you that we go through the process. They get a master plan. Well, we start looking for funding. So Rick Chrisman was the chair of the A&P at the time. I believe he was. Anyway, he reaches out to a few people. and I have a friend that I graduated high school with that worked for the Walton Family Foundation.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know anything about it. So I reach out to him like, hey, you still work for Walton Family Foundation? He said, well, yeah, it's just easier to say that, but I have, yes. Anyway, I'm like, here's what I got. We were looking for funding. I heard that, they're into the biking scene, and we're just kind of looking for some grant money where we can get this kicked off, matching, whatever. He said, send me what you got. I'll send it to whoever. And he said, after that, I can't. It is what it is.
Right.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. So anyway, I email him everything. Oh, gosh. And it was like 3 or 4 months later, I get an email from the Arkansas Parks and Rec Foundation. Hey, we're going to have a meeting in Mena at the lodge. And I'm looking through the email list, and I'm like, whoa, those are some very important people. Secretary for Parks, Heritage, and Tourism. Oh my gosh, I can see her face plain as day, but I can't remember her name. Stacy. Anyway, she was on there, park director, assistant director,
Wow.
U.S. Forest Service, of course us, Parks and Rec Foundation, Walton Family Foundation, engineers out of Colorado and Vermont, and I was like, whoa, this is insane. So anyway, we were at probably the 70, 80,000 foot level looking down. And anyway, long story short, let me back up. So one of the most memorable things from that meeting, we were headed down the mountain and we were pulling off on pullouts and looking, and because they're looking at elevating those and making them, upgrade them and making them look good. And anyway, it's funny that one of them said, "Now Mena's wet, right?" I'm like, "No, it's not." And you could literally hear them like oxygen sucked out of the air. And they said, that's a problem. And I said, but no, wait a minute. I said, we've got, I think at the time we had 3 or 4 restaurants that were serving. I said, we just had a microbrewery open on Mena Street. I said, oh, okay, you're good. But I didn't know it was that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense. I mean, like it or love it, you got to have alcohol if you're going to do tourism.
Right.
It's one of those things.
It's part of the deal, man.
Yeah. So we had our open house, and that was one of the things that lots of people said, make Mena wet. So anyway, the group, well, y'all know how that turned out. I'm not going to get to that. So anyway, we're wet. Which, I mean, that's helping. I'll go back to that $10,000 a month water bill on the splash pads. I mean, alcohol sales are helping pay for that, and it's free. It's free.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful. But so anyway, we have the open houses, we have the comment period, we go through the NEPA process, we go through the planning. So anyway, here we are 6 years later, and next week we're breaking ground on a lift access downhill mountain biking trail. But it's funny, they say that the unique thing about this is early on when they were looking and doing the feasibility study, there's people that kept saying, you got to compare it to something. They said, we can't. There's nothing that we can compare this to that's open year-round. The potential of year-round riding with this type of elevation.
Right.
So it's going to be a great case study on what's going to happen. So
now what day are you breaking ground? Can you announce it?
January 5th, we're shutting the trails down.
Wow.
Actually, January 4th. We're closing January 5th. So they're going to put some gates up there, and
are you going to do the golden shovel thing or no?
No, because that's a state park project.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't want to steal their thunder, because they're leasing the land from us. But,
Sure.
Anyway, 9,000 acre bike park. And of course, it's multiple phases, but this is just phase 1. We're starting on phase 1. The 2 hardest things to get, we have got the permit and funding. So the state got the permit from the Forest Service, special use permit, and we've got some money. A good start.
Well, more than a good start. There are people that are loving this right now. They're enjoying hearing from you and getting to know you better and hearing your heart. We got to keep doing this. And
I'm in.
It would be so cool, to also go live to cover some of these things.
Yeah.
Because again, a high tide raises all ships.
Absolutely.
Your win is my win. My win is your win.
Yep.
And that's obviously how you feel.
Yeah. I'm not in it for me. I mean, it's all about the people. So.
How often do you hear that? I don't hear that a lot. I don't.
Well, and what's great,
I mean,
at this point,
I deal with 5 different cities when I'm traveling, And what keeps me here more now is because of what's going on, the people I'm meeting.
Yahtzee.
You're part of that, brother.
Yahtzee.
You're part of that.
Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Well, actually, he's won the
yeah.
2025 Person of the Year. Right there.
Yeah, that thing
man,
you had
assessment.
earlier, crosshairs. I could probably use that.
Yeah, isn't that kind of cool?
The crosshairs.
Hey, we might try it. Who knows, man?
No, I don't shoot that. That's nice.
We are having fun, so there we go.
If it's not fun, we don't want to be involved.
Can you
yeah.
fit it in
yeah,
one of those?
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
You ain't getting me now.
kind of a cool little camera effect there, And hey,
it's getting bad when you're having to stand behind bulletproof glass. But wasn't it years and years ago that wasn't it in Cove? The mayor got shot in Cove like decades ago.
I've heard something about that, but I won't pretend to know.
I've heard, I don't know. I won't tell the story. We'll let someone else tell the story. I think it was like over a water bill, maybe. Rolled up on their lawnmower and.
Okay, all right.
Boom. It's not good. I always get freaked out when I hear the parks guys outside of City Hall mowing the lawn. I'm like, wait a minute.
Did you?
I'm kidding.
Okay. No, I thought I heard that wrong. I thought you heard he rode up on his lawnmower and boom.
That's the story I heard.
But
you hear anything.
There's
on the internet,
tragic.
so it's got to be true, right?
Oh boy, yeah. That's what Abraham Lincoln said. If it's on the internet, it's
exactly.
true. So yeah.
And he was honest Abe. So
don't say it's comedy hour with Mayor says. Well, I guess that would be a mow-by shooting instead of a drive.
I don't know.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're that angry, let's talk about it.
Let's
Come
talk
in and
about
talk
it.
about it.
Let's talk about it.
I'm all about compromise and everyone giving up a little bit to make everyone else benefit.
Well, everyone can have their say.
Yeah.
But not everyone can have their way. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you'd have kind of a weird thing going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But you like to include. I'm really encouraged and I'm excited. I was excited before. But this is really exciting, man.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And then we got the downtown city center planning that's fixing
now,
to come
you know
out.
what? A lot of you want to hear about that too.
Yeah. We need to just plan another day and I can bring in imagery and all that good stuff. If you want to hold it up or if you want to put it on the screen or whatever.
Well, actually, let's do that and bring in imagery as well.
Yeah.
But, hey, you got us going a little bit. Give us a little sneak peek of the downtown.
So it started, it started out as just like utility upgrade because I was told if someone wanted to build in this area, the utilities are capped out.
Right.
Well, that's not good stewardship on my part because if somebody wants to come in and put a business in, I would have to hang my head and just I'm sorry because I hadn't done my due diligence in making sure that the utility was up to par.
Right.
So it started out as that and it's transformed over time. And anyway. Phase one, we're going to start with some easy stuff that my guys can do, the street guys can do, like making more parking on the other side of the tracks because it's just wasted space right now.
Right.
So make some parking over there. And I told them, by the depot, just revamp that whole area. I want that wow, because this is the main thoroughfare, Highway 71.
Right.
And I just want that wow, like, holy cow, what's going on here? I need to check this out. And we want people to pull in, check it out, spend some money, leave some money here, and then go home. So, yeah, I need to bring some imagery of that in.
That is so exciting. When I've traveled through the country, I always love going to the little downtown areas and spending money there. Because, the brick and mortars, man,
That's where it's at.
It's now, don't get me wrong.
Well,
I'm up for everybody, but it's easy to park somewhere and sell a lot of food, and that's great. That's wonderful. More power to you. I hope you prosper. But, the brick and mortars, man, they're sticking it out. They have the inspections, which you have, you can know your food is safe as well. But they really the local business vision is what I love. Coming from you.
Well, even like talking about these food trucks are a big thing nowadays, and I'm not opposed. Obviously, I've got to get authorization, but I'm not opposed to getting a chunk of land somewhere, and the city going in and helping install like a massive grease trap where these food trucks can come in and set up because then we're enticing them to come in and that's one thing I hear is we need this or we need that or this restaurant or this type of food. Well, I don't disagree with them, but we've got to have the traffic count and we got to have the visitation to support that. So it's just like 71 years ago. It was just horrible and it's wonderful now, but when you're in our district and when we're competing with bigger cities, the traffic count's not there, and I understand that's not what people want to hear, but I understand. I mean, it's just like when we do a project, we're going to overlay a road that gets more traffic than one that doesn't get a whole lot of traffic, because that's just, well, it's like this. When we done this one, I think it was last year, we came in and milled it up and overlaid, and people get frustrated about it, but there's never a good time to do overlay. There's never a good time, because it shuts down the street, it disrupts business, it disrupts patterns, but it's just, there's never a good time, but it's got to be done, and we're increasing property values and increasing safety and all the things, so... Well, that's the way I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong, but makes sense in my small brain.
Yeah, right. You got to break up some dirt to plant a harvest.
And progress is ugly.
And change isn't always easy.
No.
But but it is good to be mindful, because when these kind of things happen, the community, we really are going to encourage people to come together and really patronize our local businesses.
Yeah.
During that process.
And we. And it's my own fault. We could be better about pushing out information. But I've tried to, so we've switched over a platform. We're just not heavy on social media, and we should be, but I want a
You're
small...
about to be.
I want a... Yeah, there you go, right? I want a small
You're about to be, brother. Come on now.
It's a government entity. I don't want my fingers in everything, and I don't want to have to hire somebody else just to do posts and this and that, and I'm learning how to do it. We switched our platform, and it's going to switch again because there's a state law that came in that says everything has to be a .gov, and we're at .org right now.
Okay.
So it's going to change again. But we've got an app, and I'm learning how to use it.
Sure.
It's because I'm doing that as well. It's like I'm the website guy, and it's bad.
Well, you know what?
I struggle tremendously.
I know some people. I know a guy. I know some people who can definitely help you with that. It thrilled me to get you on Mena Street Live.
Yeah.
And it thrills. It's been an honor to start this kind of a thing in multiple areas. Mm-hmm. Most of your smaller towns are about 20 years behind in media and marketing.
Yeah.
A lot of your major cities, believe it or not, are still 10 years behind, right? And so it's fun when you can be innovative and yet personable and keep the heart of it.
Yeah.
But what I've really enjoyed this whole time is, after a meeting, I thought, man, they're really going to like this guy. They're going to and then the fact that you're willing to do this, and what can we do? What can we do as Mena Street Live to help you and help the dream team?
Man, just keep pushing out the positive news. There's so much good going on. Don't get bogged down in the bad. I mean, there's going to be bad stuff.
Because you never hear negative here.
But it's easy to focus on, but it's just keep on the positive. Support your local businesses, and man, let's just keep driving.
I love it.
We're full steam ahead, and we ain't slowing down.
A man chosen by the people, for the people, the recipient of the 2025 Person of the Year Award. And none other than Mayor Seth Smith. I'm proud to know you.
Thanks, man.
I really
Come
like
back and see us at Lions Club.
I will. Oh, you know that.
I'll be here.
I know some other people you need to get involved in there too.
Yeah, Lions Club's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun. I go up there,
and they really care. They really care about the community.
Oh yeah. Do a lot of good. So we got our Lions Club fundraiser coming up next month too. We're doing hamburgers. We'll be selling. What day is that? Oh, man, I should see. Here I go. I'm bringing something up, and I don't even know the day.
That's all right.
It's on a Friday. I know that.
Hey.
Be looking for it.
Hey.
Well, it was cool. So Lions Club, we bought I don't even know what it is. Some Vision XL 5 million. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it's really cool. So we bought it for all the kids at the school. So it's this machine you look into, and it'll, from my understanding, it'll print this paper out, and it'll tell them what eye needs corrected to what correction, and you just take it to an optometrist, and boom.
Whoa!
So, wow. Man, it was an expensive machine, but there's unfortunately there's a lot of kids that don't get that. Man, you've got to be able to see if you're going to learn stuff, and if you got to learn stuff if you're going to do things with your life. So, man, I was really, I don't even remember who brought that up to the club, but man, that good for them. Whoever you were, good for you. Kudos.
Of course, our mutual friend
Bo
Strickland.
Yeah, man, he's
awesome.
He's
awesome
everywhere.
Guy. He is.
I don't know when he sleeps, but
I wish I was that tall.
Yeah.
You know
He's
what I mean?
very memorable.
Yeah.
He's very tall.
Yeah.
Could he even fit in that door without ducking?
I don't think so.
It's really funny. So Bo reminds me of
A veteran
when
like you.
When I worked out at the sheriff's office, I was the small guy, and the two partners I worked with at night, Randy and Bo. I was really glad to see them roll up. In some cases, I'm like, heck yeah, the big guys are here.
The
to
big
help,
boy.
to help the small guy. Well, so one quick war story. So
Sure.
I was sitting there one night and I was patrolling. I don't remember what highway it was. Anyway, car was swerving, all this and all that. Pull him over. Talking to the driver, and anyway, he's just jacking with me, giving me a hard time. Didn't want to get out. Why you need no money? All that stuff. Well, anyway, I'm like, man, get out of the vehicle. And he opens the door, and he started coming out of the vehicle, and he kept coming out of the vehicle, and he kept coming out of the. I'm like, oh, this
like
is
a
not
clown car?
good.
The
Yeah,
big old,
huge. I'm thinking, man, I hope this guy don't want to fight because this ain't gonna be good for me. Well, about that time, then I seen, I think it was Mark rolled up Cannon, and I was like, oh, thank God you're here, Mark. So then it was fun. So
You felt a little bit better.
I felt better. I always felt better when Randy and Mark were there, and if it was someone bigger than me, because they were some big guys. So
Oh my gosh.
they were big. I'm glad they were on my side.
No kidding, man. Yeah, be my friend.
Yeah.
Well,
Still
this is
good guys.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Got to have you back.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we
Would
got to talk
love to regularly have updates, man.
Yeah.
You know, because we're stronger together. Again, this is a rarity for me to see in towns, the kind of cohesion, the dream team, and quite frankly, a mayor that is so involved, yet you're able to delegate
They
and
humping
lead.
us? What's up?
All right. From both directions.
Yeah.
Well, right here on the corner, the Mena Times Square is what I'm going to call it.
I love it. Can we do a ball drop here next
Hey, that's an idea.
Too late this year.
We're going to have so much fun, though, but we also want to mentor at-risk kids as well. Media changed my life. And imagine what learning how to run a news camera would do for a single mom, right? But even more than that, every business deserves good representation, and we can help you no matter where you are. And so we're looking forward to that. But we join with you, Mayor,
Heck yeah.
for fun
Thanks for having me.
and prosperity for all.
If it ain't fun, I don't want to be involved.
If it ain't fun, he don't want to be involved. So, hey, we're going to see you next time. Such a joy to see Mayor Seth Smith for the first of many times.
Heck yeah.
And what I think the first of many awards, but
Don't you tease me with your good time.
we're going to have a good time, and we will see you next time on Mena Street Live.